This Jedi will die in the very first episode of The Acolyte, and I'm about 99.9% sure, as every trailer that has been released so far has been leaving a trail to a murder that will kick off this entire series in the very first episode with the death of this Jedi.
Sir, there has been a murder, and you are a suspect.
Master Indara. Now, I know it seems like this character has been played up to be a big role in this upcoming season. She has been one of the main Jedi focused on in almost every trailer that's been released. And she's being played by the legendary actress Carrie-Anne Moss. But this wouldn't be the first time Star Wars had cast a big-time actor or actress and then killed them off very quickly. Look at Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace. Or you could look at Alec Guinness in the original Star Wars, A New Hope. He played the older Obi-Wan Kenobi, and at the time, he was one of the biggest stars in all of Hollywood. And although it's a little bit different for Alec's character because he reprises the role as a Force ghost later on in the next two movies, that might actually be closer to what's happening here with Carrie-Anne Moss's character, Jedi Master Indara. Because even though I am very sure that she will die in the first episode, I think she will return for the following episodes, but not in the same way that you think. And definitely not a Force ghost. So let's look at the evidence. Why am I so certain that this character will die in the very first episode? And again, this is just my theory, so I'm just basing this purely off of the trailers that we've gotten so far, and trailers can be misleading, so take this all with a giant grain of salt. But let's start with the plot of this Acolyte show. Someone is going around murdering Jedi, and Master Soul and these other main Jedi characters that we see in the trailers are trying to figure out who it is. However, Master Indara is never seen helping. She's not helping them investigate these murders, and she's not helping them with the mysterious masked Sith Lord that we see in these scenes in the forest. It's possible that the reason she's not helping is because she is dead. Now, there are only two different locations that we see Master Indara in any of these trailers. The first location is this cantina. This is where we see Indara and our main character, May, fighting. May is the titular Acolyte. She will be the main character of this show, and the trailers are leading us to believe that she is the one who is murdering these Jedi. It's also possible that she was once a Jedi herself, and she left the Order for one reason or another. But again, all of that is still unclear until we see the show. But this cantina where we see Indara fighting May is also the same place as this scene where we see a Jedi has been murdered. We see the cloaks on the left-hand side, we see a lightsaber in the middle, and we see our main character May walking away. So in the same cantina that Indara and May were fighting, there just happens to be a dead Jedi that May has just murdered?
Coincidence? I think not!
Now, the only other scenes in any of the other trailers from the Acolyte show so far that show Master Indara are flashbacks. We can tell that these are flashbacks because Indara looks a little bit younger, Master Soul has a different haircut and definitely looks a lot younger, but our main character of May is a child in these scenes. So like I said earlier, it's very likely that we could be seeing Master Indara more throughout the course of this show, even though I'm pretty certain she's going to die in the very first episode. She won't be being brought back to life like somehow Palpatine returns, or becoming back as a Force ghost because Qui-Gon Jinn was the first one to discover that. And that doesn't happen for another 100 years. The only way we're going to see Indara's character again is in flashbacks. And it's likely we will be getting a lot of flashbacks throughout this 8-episode series, as we need a lot of backstory for these characters. They're all brand new characters that we've never met before in the Star Wars timeline. Well, except for Vanestra Rho so far. She can be found in the High Republic novels that take place about 150 years before this. But one of my favorite things about this upcoming Acolyte show is how little we really know. It makes speculating and making predictions for this upcoming season that much more fun. However, from all the trailers that we've seen for this series already, and with more trailers on the way, as it seems a trailer comes out almost every other day at this point, it seems as though the stars are aligning and showing us that Master Indara will be dying in the premiere of this show, kicking this series off into the action right away. And honestly, I think this could actually be the very first scene in the entire show, opening with May walking walking into this cantina and starting this series on the right foot with this crazy action sequence between Master Indara and May. But do you agree? Do you think that Master Indara will be killed off in the very first episode to kick off this entire show? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. If you want more information on who I think is under this mask and who the title of the Acolyte is referring to, I explain all of that in this video right here.